You want to talk about
Sarkisian? Yeah, I do want to talk some college ball. Head coach of USC, Steve Sarkisian, he showed up at a USC pep rally over the weekend, allegedly drunk. A number of people said it was obvious he was drunk. He gets on the microphone and he cusses on the microphone. He drops the F-bomb. He's chastised by the athletic director, Pat Hayden, but that's it. As far as we know, no other punishment. If this was a player, a USC player, he showed up to a pep rally drunk, he dropped an F-bomb over a microphone, what happens to the player?
Apologizes. Goes
you think?
On. Well, it didn't hurt anybody.
No, I get that. But how many times, every time I open up the paper every day, I see this player, that player, sometimes 3, 4 players at a time, are suspended for a game or two by university because they violated team policy. And a lot of times, the violation of the team policy was drinking. Why shouldn't the head coach be treated the same? Why shouldn't Sarkisian be suspended for a game or two for that type of behavior? He was embarrassment to the whole USC community.
It was a USC event. Would you agree with this?
Yes.
So he wasn't an embarrassment. He was an embarrassment within the USC community.
But it came out
It was
public.
not. There were not UCLA people there.
No, I get that, but it was made public.
Okay,
I mean, Mitt Romney was at a private.
Okay, all right. I'm trying to answer your question. Jim Moore Jr. is at UCLA. He is considered godlike in Los Angeles. So he's trying to compete with the UCLA coach for prominence and this probably got him more good publicity. Went, oh man, he's got some fun going on. There's a friend of ours that's writing a book about Steve Spurrier. Steve Spurrier went on his coach's show one night, drunker than a loon, and everybody could tell. And what they did was laugh about it. That actually every once in a while he didn't hurt anybody, violating policy. He didn't go out and get in his car and get arrested for drunk driving. That would bother me. He's in there. He's dropping.
You don't think he hurt the brand or the image of USC?
No. It was to a USC group.
I get it. But
he didn't go
came out
speak.
publicly.
He didn't go see. It wasn't a group of priests and at a Catholic church. It was there on campus, as far as I know. But it was to alumni and supporters of the team. They probably loved it. You're looking at me, you're just amazed. Well, I just spoke over the weekend, and I got up and I ranted, and I probably used a couple of words that you shouldn't say on programs.
Yeah, but you were only representing you. He's representing a school, a community, a brand, an image.
So what do you want to do? You want to suspend him?
I think he should be suspended for a game. Just like the players would be suspended for a game or two for showing up somewhere drunk and cussing over an open microphone.
I don't ever hear of that. I don't hear that players are... When they do stuff like drunk driving or take drugs or something. No. Cite for me one example of a player went to an event that was on campus and said something that wasn't right, and it was
wait. I'll make it more simple. When a player is caught drinking, especially an underage player, it's happened thousands of times through the years. We know about it at CU and CSU. It's happened. The player has been suspended for a game or two.
He's not underage.
I know that. But he is also in a position of authority and needs to do a better job of representing the school than just about anybody else. And he did a poor job of it.
There was a president of a university.
And what's the message you're sending to the players? That it's okay for the coach to show up like this and do what he did?
I have not seen it. Have you seen?
I have.
You've seen the video?
Yes, and I've heard the video.
And it
drops the F-bomb.
All right.
Now, the video is short enough that I can't tell if he's drunk, but I do hear the F-bomb.
But you haven't seen whether he's wobbling through the room?
No.
Okay. There was the president of university. He may still be there. I think he's resigned. Who was the president of CU, who went on to be the president of Ohio State University.
Talking about Gordon Gee?
Yeah. He got up and talked about teams they were playing. He made a reference that wasn't really that nice. He talked about Ohio State. He apologized afterward and moved on. I don't know whether he was drunk or not, but he was making statements that would be indicative of somebody that was drunk. That happens more than, and he wasn't suspended by the school.
Yeah, but you're talking about
But you're talking about players.
You're
He
talking
is
about
not a
apples and
player.
oranges.
He is not a player.
Gordon Gee said a couple of things to make fun of another school. He wasn't cussing and he wasn't drunk. This guy was cussing.
How do we don't know whether Gordon Gee was
by many accounts,
drunk.
he was drunk.
I don't know whether Gordon Gee was drunk or
I
not.
just think it sets a terrible example. Isn't one of the things you're supposed to do as the head of a football team or the head of a school? You're supposed to set an example.
Right. Suspend him for a game or two.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad we agree
on that. We don't agree for a moment.
You just agreed with what I said.
The guy got up and was drinking and was at a fun event. You've said it. It's happened. How many times have you seen a CU or CSU coach or a Broncos coach or a Nuggets coach or whatever go to an event? The Nuggets hold an event every year that's an auction. They raise money for charity. It's an in-house kind of thing, and guys get up and make statements that are kind of funny and stuff. You probably have done it at charity events because you get up and tell a joke or something at an event that's a charity joke for those people there in that atmosphere, and you think that is, cause for being suspended?
It's a different atmosphere, Wood. He's in front of students at this thing. He's supposed to be role modeling.
He's in front of students? I thought he was in front of alumni.
For USC alumni and students. I just think it was bad role modeling. I thought he should have gotten more than a slap on the wrist. That segment of the show brought to you by John Elway Chevrolet on South Broadway. It's Colorado's #1 Chevy dealer.
When you go to buy a car, what do you really want? You probably want a lot of cars to choose from. And you want the dealership's best price. Not some starting price or target price, the best price. And you want it immediately, not after hours of negotiating. And you want a salesperson who doesn't get paid more if you spend more. Because, well, you don't want to spend more. Well, you're in luck. John Elway wants all of those things too. Better yet, John Elway wants you to have all of those things too. Come see us or click on johnelwaychevrolet.com.